During this episode, we are going to talk about Grayscale's plan specifically. In order to get ready for the launch of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund ETF, we will first conduct an analysis of the Bitcoin market. Once we have this information, we will then proceed to investigate the prices. Therefore, have a seat and let's get started straight away. As far as Prey is concerned, this entire process can be traced back to the year 2013. She then goes on to talk about the present state of the XRP ledger, as well as its map and automated market maker characteristics. Item Bitcoin, the price at $3,173 is $1.658.8. There has been a 2.2% increase in the price of Ethereum during the past 24 hours. At the dollar pegs where you want to watch them, and essentially XRP, both the USDT and USDC have increased by 3.44%. This is exactly where you want to view them. Now, let's make a leisurely ascent, shall we? On average, the price is 53 cents. And gain of 2.5% in the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies has occurred over the course of the previous day. There is nothing to be concerned about with 2435000000000 yet there is a very small amount of blood in my eyes. I am taking the very last sip of my coffee. As a result, what are our next steps? In July and August, we will provide you with XRP. This is what we do here, so long as you continue to keep them. In order to express our gratitude for holding our non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and contributing to the ecosystem, we are going to create the largest gaming hub you have ever seen on the XRP ledger. One of the components of this hub will be XRP. In the early morning, these are some crazy days here. To provide direction, the Chief Executive Officer of Kulat is on board. When he showed us how you want to discuss the forthcoming NFT project, which will be the next Bored AP, or Pudgy Penguin, you did an excellent job of demonstrating your willingness to do so. I'm ready to share with you all of the most significant projects that are linked to the XRP ledger. I made this available. A significant issue has arisen here. You are in need of this. I ask that you pay attention to what I am suggesting. The next leg up is really close at hand and is very nearby. Typically, the next significant increase in cryptocurrencies occurs a few weeks after the Bitcoin May and June should be ready to be released. In light of the current state of the markets, it is possible that we are currently experiencing a push-up. There has been a comeback of Bitcoin, and it is possible that it will revisit those upper to mid-$5,000 ranges. And if it does occur, it will only be present for a brief period of time between 24 and 72 hours. Any more liquidity that it requires will be absorbed by it before it promptly returns itself. So that brings an end to our conversation. At this point, the only thing that will take place is moving to the higher side, therefore I don't think it is necessary for me to explain it. You are already aware of what we own. Is it a bull run just now? An upswing is currently taking place. Hello everyone. Bitcoin is currently trading at 13,150,000. These are the fundamentals of cryptography. The value of Bitcoin increased by 92 times in 2011, and then by 30 times in 2012 and 8 times in 2016, according to the cryptocurrency. In the year 2020 and a half. In light of this, what do you think will take place in the following events? The fact that the X's are diminishing is an intriguing aspect of this situation, and I believe that 3,090 seconds is approximately a third, which is anywhere between 8 and 30%. In this location, we are going to see approximately 1/3 of it once more. What exactly am I pondering at this very moment? It is our intention to carry out a 2-to-2, and a 12x is most likely what we are contemplating having done. This is something that I am going to reveal to you here as time goes on. These marketplaces are attaining a higher level of sophistication constantly. If there is institutional backing, you won't see these crazy movements, and there won't be a 92x in sight. In addition, there won't be a 6500x in sight. From this point forward, it is possible that this will be the last BLL run that we have ever seen. These are the various sources of money that institutions receive. There will be a greater evidence of experienced conduct in the marketplace. As a result of the Grayscale plans, a number of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds will offer the lowest fees among spot Bitcoin ETFs. The Grayscale indicates that it is at 0.15%. 10% of the Bitcoin Trust assets that Grayscale now possesses will be added to the Bitcoin Mini Trust Grayscale due to this. So there you have it, the Bitcoin Micro Trust. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? This article was published on CoinDesk. Then, what do we see in this situation? The only thing we are saying is that it is essentially a zero-sum game to determine who will have the lowest fees for Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs that are accessible. Individuals who have the lowest costs will go to their exchange-traded fund ETF in an effort to obtain the maximum amount of money attainable. Aaron is a demonic being. You should let go of this, and here's what you ought to be aware of. Indeed, a great number of people take pleasure in the automated market maker known as XRP Ledger, which is gaining more and more popularity. We ask that you please lower the level and pay attention to the Uniswap. This is the point at when the outdated gets replaced with the new. Is it possible that it has been around for 3 or 4 years? When the Uniswap was first made available, you might want to take a look at the volume. On the other hand, it did not quickly leap to 1.5 trillion straight away. On the contrary, it started to gradually increase. There is a need for you to be patient. I won't name the individuals who are propagating this false mentality or telling you things like this, since there are a lot of people out there who are doing any of those things. It is not difficult for me to make a phone call while I am sitting here. Simply ignoring them and letting them go is the best course of action. These individuals, you are aware of exactly who I am referring to, are members of the community who have the sole intention of instilling gloomy beliefs in your mind. Your brain is able to block out the frock. There was a period of time during which Uniswap was in the process of developing. The automated market maker that will be built on the XRP ledger will require some time to construct. You are free to move forward at this time. You can see that the number of automobiles produced ranged from 71,789 to 671,000 at the time of its initial release. Analyze the fact that this is always the case. In addition to being continuously high, the volume is also steadily growing. As it should be, it is gradually increasing, and as more people become aware of the automated market maker, more of them begin to use it in expectation of a continuous Ripple currency. This is a positive development. As part of our efforts, we will highlight the automated market maker and compute the approximate sum of money required to incorporate the stablecoin. The passage of time will bring about further development of this. I am going to look into this further. To me, it is very interesting. However, according to Jim Knox, I am not permitted to disclose anything at this time. Nevertheless, I am quite excited about how incredible it will be for each and every person. There is Brad Garlinghouse present. In the left corner, Brad was engaged in this activity. Within the context of a brief interview that was circulating, he asserted that he had brought up the importance of stable currency 6 months prior to Ripple's announcement of its own USD stable. What exactly is this that we can see on the right side of the coin? Brad was talking about the XRP exchange-traded fund at this moment. Were we able to identify the same pattern? These are the same faces that you may see here. With his voice coming from the right side of the screen, Brad was speaking. Brad was talking about the forthcoming launch of new exchange-traded funds ETFs in the United States, as we are already aware that an XRP ETF is currently in the process of being developed. I do not wish to see an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP at this time, since time is everything. No way to win. The creation of an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP is something that I would like to see happen. I have high hopes that institutional money will be available when XRP reaches its peak. In this article, we will examine the events that occurred with Bitcoin. The introduction of exchange-traded funds ETFs resulted in an increase in pricing. It was clear that it corrected individuals at the time. Taking into consideration the most recent news, let us pause for a moment to contemplate the current state of affairs and speculate on the possible outcomes. In order to aid XRP in surpassing its peak, you could want to think of launching $3 ETFs or BlackRock. The approval procedure for XRP will require participation from a number of different institutions. When you enter, there will be a number of spots that are prioritized according to where you want the price to go. Let's think about the greatest conceivable price, which may be about $7, $10, $15, $17, or $20. However,